Okay, let's go over Arbitrum. I had requested another group for this. As always, guys, when we're trading these altcoins, the Bitcoin pair is going to be the standard for what we trade off of. It's the most important pair to know that we have strength against it. So with that said, we have our oldest historical chart here. Poly Index, I'm really not concerned with it. It's the most volume, hands down, is being traded on Bybit right now on futures, which is my exchange of choice. And so I have that listed in blue. All my Bybit pairs are, and this is the Bitcoin pair for Arbitrum. So what I see right here is actually we do have a parallel channel here. It is being respected. Okay, I'm going to keep the top right here. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why. It's just because I think that we have just front run it, and normally once there's more historical data here, there might be something to say that this is it. But for now, putting that right here and going to lower time frames, we can see that the midline is the most important thing of your parallel channel. Everyone thinks it's the outsides. It's not. The most, professional traders will tell you that the midpoint is what should be most respected, and we can see it. It clearly is. Resistance, resistance. Came back, flipped to support, 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 support. We broke it, came back, resistance, resistance. Broke through, flipped to support with a clear wick to it right here, and so on and so on. Okay, and so we deviated from the channel here for a second. If we want to take a global volume profile pool, you'll see that our value area high is right here at the midpoint of this, also showing us where our resistance is. But we're currently under the point of control where the most volume is being transacted. With that, you can also showcase this, though, that we did bounce off the 886 right here and are currently made it above the 786, and we back tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and on our way up, we're trying to flip this point of control to this upside. So I would not be selling it right now. Personally, you could get away with a nice scalp. I could see this. I could see something like, let's say if you were right here. Okay, and if we want to be realistic, we got to be realistic with this. Let's say that we're aiming for this, maybe just like a wick through this value area high at the midpoint. And I'm saying that we could set our target for, if you really want to. It's not the best risk to reward trade. 1.5. I don't really particular. I personally would like to see this come lower. I would like to see where we have something like this. So we have at the very bottom of this channel. I know there's a lot of lines, so let me just get rid of some of these. I would like to see it open an entry, more buys at the 4587 sats. And here's the thing, if you're trading altcoins, a whole lot, then you're probably losing out on money and stuff. Because if you're an altcoin and futures trader, you have to know that the Bitcoin pair is the most important pair. So really, the most important thing to do is just have a crypto converter on hand. Of course, we can just go into our crypto converter here and see that my personal buy would be something like this. That way, we could have a better risk reward. We can actually target this low all the way here if we wanted to safeguard ourselves. But really and truly, you can even target, in between that and have still a decent risk reward, because you can come up here and have almost 2.5 right there, And if you want it to be a little impractical, I mean, you can say that you can target this higher. You can target this if you want, and say I personally just like to take trades that are better RR. So with that actually said, I'm just a little bit stop loss below the wick. Well, there you go. That's great. So we can still be below this wick for our stop loss. We're still in line with this wick as well, but if you wanted to, realistically, you could set it just below that one down there as well, and still have 2.25. If you wanted to cheat over on this, there you go. So you could technically, I would personally be waiting for it to come back down here to what was it, 4491. $1.24. What is it right now? $1.26. Okay. So, but if you still wanted to take the same model and put it where it is now, you would just have to undershoot this a little bit. Your stop loss place, so you want to get at least be at 2. So you could target like this wick here. It's not the most ideal trade personally. I would wait for a little bit lower, around $1.24, and be a good buy. But it's been supported by a couple of things. It's showing that it's. I do think it'll eventually overtake this value area high, which is the technicals don't lie. This is and I don't know anything about this coin. I make money out of this market every day. I don't know any fundamentals about these coins, and I trade them pretty spot on. So this midpoint is your value area high. That's your target, but you definitely want to overtake this. But it's just not a good. Let's say if we were in the middle of this range, it's just not a good. If you don't pull the trigger on it now, like I said, I wouldn't be wanting to take this at this very level. I would look for a little lower, around 45 sats, 4,500 sats, which is what I said it was. So that would be that. So yeah, that would be my outtake on Arbitrum. And I know it's hard to go off based off of trading off the Bitcoin pair, but it's a brand new coin. You don't have a whole lot to go off of. So anyways, that's that.